So some of my light guns. I'll just do a quick pan around. Alright, we'll start right here. Okay. Alright, all the way up top. It's a Tony Hawk Shred Wii board. Couple boxed NES consoles. Miracle piano. Couple Zelda Switch pieces. Bongos. Couple magnets. 64 stuff. And then we got a shelf with Wii. This is just all Wii. 2 turntables. A dual pack turntable. Fishing reel, U-draw, a mat, steering wheel, there's a nunchuck there in the back. Then down on this shelf, the Ace Combat 6 stick, connecting box, keyboard, Steel Battalion, Starlink. There's a case there. And here's the carry bag for all my Disney Infinity stuff. There's a modded Game Gear in there. My Game Boy Advance is in that one. Game Boy Color modded is in there. Their games are pretty much, for the most part, in there with the cases. There's a Link's crossbow. It's those are really cool PS3 controllers. Can't really see it over there. But one's open, one's not. And I got a bunch of the Cabela's. The PS3, Wii, and 360. The arcade shooting gallery. And a Nerf. There's Silent Scope. Those are just some doubles. Disney Infinity that I have. There's a GunCon foot pedal. Unless you plan on just having that for collector's purposes, don't buy it. Sega Saturn light gun, Dreamcast. That's the pink 2-player one. CDI, couple OG Xbox ones, Master Systems there. That's another PS3. We'll move up here. There's my CRT. I don't have it on. There's some sealed Wii U packages, Lego Dimensions and the Skylander one. Those are then my doubles for the Skylanders. And down underneath, there is a Pioneer Laser Active with the Sega pack in it. Unfortunately, the power board does not work in it anymore, so it's unfortunately just a shelf piece at the moment. Finding parts for it's a nightmare. Next to that is a CDI with 3DO on top. And above that I have the horrible abomination Sega CD and 32X. Sealed Skylander down there. And up top here I have a display box with, look at that, Do You Nerds dust sleeve and Dan Cavdrag's dust sleeve. Courtesy of Video Games Dust Sleeves. If you want, you should hit him up. He gave me that ornament from Hallmark of the NES. And then I have, that's the big screen I'm using. I have a GameCube with the GameCube Game Boy player underneath. There's a TurboGrafx. And right here I have 2 Mega Drive controllers and Mega Drive system. It's playing Double Dragon 3 currently. See, Tom? Segahead. Us wanks over here in the US, we have Mega Drives from your country. Right? We steal them. And my Wii's over here. Those are just some sealed games that I currently have that are doubles. Zelda's, Resident Evil, and there's some more down there. And my 360 is hidden in the corner there. And there's my Sega Saturn, followed by the PS1, Dreamcast, PS2 Slim, Xbox. Everything's on selector switches. Super Nintendo, 64, then my Jaguar, and my Master System. I then have a bunch of Skylanders all in the hanging wall storage. That's filled with the all the controllers, but just some of my controllers, not all of them by far. And then the steering wheel, my PlayStation VR headset is right there. Wii Fit board. I have a couple dance pads down there. PS2, I think Wii's down there. There's another U-Draw. PlayStation 3. Those are like those exercise things. And there's 6 more guitars there. PS2s, 360s, things like that. Followed by, there's 3 stacks of strategy guides on the side of the futon over here. They're all down there. Underneath I have a batter up, Dreamcast keyboard, brand new interactor. I found that old stock. Gotta keep your eye out. And there's my buddy Mike. There's his shirt, Retro Mikey 78. My other buddy 8-Bit Glitch. Funny thing with that shirt is, that's too small for me. I wasn't paying attention and I got the wrong size. So I wore it for a video as a joke, but it's a little too tight on me. So I don't wear it. My Super Scopes there. And then I have, that's my original Tekken 5 arcade stick. I didn't use it much. And then there's 2 PlayStation consoles in box. Those aren't complete. Those are just like doubles. One's like the old school original box, one's the just double. And then we'll move up top here. I have my Xbox One in box, my Halo Reach in box. That Xbox is the one that's out on the shelf. There's a crystal clear one in there. Then I got my PS1 in box, PS2 in box, PS3, PS4, Dreamcast, Topwave Zodiac, which is an odd handheld, Genesis unit in box, 32X, a DS in box, Atari Jaguar in box, a Neo Geo CD in box, Wii, GameCube, the Donkey Kong Country bundle in box, the deluxe set in box. I have a 64 with the Atomic Purple in box. And I have a Wii U in box. And then there are all the light up effects, Disney Infinities. Those are all in box. And then I have the rest of the figures. They're all just spread out throughout the whole shelf unit, which I think the only one I'm missing would be, there's a Mickey. I think it looks like that. I think he's standing different. It was given out, I think, at like a convention or something like that, but I think I have all the rest of them. But those are all of my boxed consoles. So I will show you quick where I do the modern gaming at, and then we'll get to the game rooms. Alrighty. This is another room that I keep all the basically Overflow and extra guitars. I have them all hanging up and out of the way. PS2, you know, Wii, 360. And these are all cases I use to swap around, doubles, triples, quadruples, where I clean stuff, service them, and I have a slot machine here, BB Junkie. I don't currently have it plugged in. It's actually the upper board. I need to get two resistors replaced on it. And up here, I just have this is steering wheel and pedals, and then just some other stuff. Box, PS3, and I believe that's what that one is. Then there's a whole bunch of Namco PS1 guns as well there. I think that's where all my PS3 stuff is. I just have a whole bunch of retro game treasure. As you can see, I do get their service. And then I used to get that Retro Rec Room. Save those boxes. And this is just doubles, stuff that, or at least the console sitting at, I'm currently using it. With boxes and everything else. You get the CDI ones down there and stuff. Some PS4s, another Wii Fit board there. Consoles, 64s, Segas, you know, PlayStations. Those are all just like extras. PS3. And then a Wii set of Rock Band drums and an Xbox set of drums with the cymbal kit. So yeah, this is the Overflow section. All right. Alright, and this is the games room. So let's see here. Well, there's my Retro Rec Room shirt. Awesome company. Glad I was a part of their business at one point. That was awesome. Alright, you know what? Let's start over here at the Wii. Let's just start on the Wii. So let's do that. Okay. Now I got my Disney Infinity stuff up top there, but here's some big box. Some are brand new. And here's a bunch of the games. Next shelf, which I don't technically have to go in order. I go the opposite way when I put them up, just for the sake of not having to go around. Just Dance 2020. Wii is one of my bigger collections. Resident Evil games, Red Steel 2. Red Steel 2 is sealed. was on a kick there for a while. I was buying big box stuff. Some monster truck stuff. Skylanders games. Some bunch of Star Wars. Mario's, Tiger Woods. We'll go over here just because it'll finish it off. So there's a bunch that lasted the Wii. Zumbas. And then it goes into 360. Assassin's Creeds, some FIFAs, Dead Spaces, Dead Rising, Call of Duty's, Bulletstorms, Area 51, Godfather 2, Golden Axe. Picked that one out, or up when I was out hunting with Chris, Videogamedustsleeves, and Dan Cabdrag. Some Mass Effects. We'll go down here. Tony Hawk's, Tom Clancy's. Gotta keep this moving. A lot in here. Prince of Persia, Overlord, Operation Darkness, Ninja Blade. Okay, so that is the 360 and the Wii collection. Like I said, the Wii is definitely one of my larger collections. I think it's like $350 or something. And not that the 360 is small by any means, but also for the Wii I have the Baby Mama. Okay. There was also a stupid sticker there, which I don't know how well you can see it. That is for the dog football for the Wii. Okay, so let's go into the PlayStation 2. There is the AC/DC fan pack, which if you take notice, there was a black box there, and there's another one down there next to Call of Duty. Yeah, those are also the AC/DC fan pack with the shirts in it. And we got some PS2 games up top. Alien vs. Predator. Segahead. Tom, he actually recommended that one. I never knew about it, so I picked it up. Sorry about the glare, folks. Those are Corvette dust sleeves that Video Game Dust Sleeves made for me. I have one out down low, we'll see. Destroy All Humans, good game. Half-Life, Gun Club, bunch of Guitar Heroes, Grand Theft Auto, Godzilla. Now, if you see any case that's upside down like that one, Freaky Flyers, that is not real box art, so I'm looking at finding the proper cases for it, or just replacing the game in general. Extermination, Evil Dead, a whole bunch of the Dynasty Warriors. There was a buy two get one free at a comic shop by me, and I went buck wild buying a whole bunch of their stuff. I was getting tons of games for free. So I bought it. I put a real hurting on their inventory, but that's where all those came from. Gotta get those deals where they are, because there sure as hell ain't a lot of deals anymore. Your Lord of the Rings games, Leisure Suit Larry, whole bunch of Maddens, Manhunts, Mega Mans. Tyson, but that's not the authentic box artwork. Prince of Persia. A bunch of NBA ones, Mortal Kombats. Resident Evils, Samurai Warriors, Silent Hills, more Star Wars, PS2 memory cards, some X-Men, wrestling, everybody's got to have wrestling, Tony Hawk, some Tom Clancy's, Tiger Woods, Suffering, State of Emergency. And look at that, a whole shitload of Hyperscan X-Men booster packs. Brand new, unopened. And then down here real low, I have all of my VR stuff. Some is still sealed, I haven't played it yet. And then I have a whole bunch of PS4 games. A whole bunch of sports. Got them out of a dollar bin. I don't give a shit, $1. Give me it. Okay, and then on top of that is my Nintendo Powers. 3 stacks. It's issue 1 to 122, I believe, is where I'm at. I'm kind of done with it. I stopped at that. So that is the PlayStation 4 and the PS2. PS2, I think, is my next biggest after the NES, which is, I think, 460, I think 450, 460, something like that. Let's go here. Next is the PS3, PS1. And there's the OG Xbox, and then there's some miscellaneouses down there that we'll get to. Some little schmidgens. Alright, up top, we'll go right to that first. Assassin's Creed. Lord of the Rings. A whole bunch of Lego. Justice. Hitman Heavenly Sword. God of War games. Prince of Persia. Chris gave me that. Bunch of Ratchet and Clanks. Me and Chris, we swap games whenever they're doubles. As long as we don't have it, we hook each other up. Turok. Bunch of Time Crisis games, which I tried those, the Time Crisis games with those light guns. Was not very successful though. I have to admit. 3 PSP games. Hard to read that. It's Assassin's Creed. I don't even own a PSP, so I'm assuming they work, but I don't own one. Let's see, PlayStation 1. It's the long boxes I have. Alien Trilogy. Thank you, Retro Mikey. He hooked me up with that one at a good price. And then there's a whole bunch of other PS1 games. Diablos, Dooms, Final Fantasy, some Grand Theft Autos, Lethal Enforcers. It's like a Marvel one in here, some Medal of Honors. That's like a cheating memory card, the Shark Bite for Tomb Raider 3. And then there's a link cable when you used to be able to hook up 2 systems together. I used to do that with Doom. Lightspan Adventures, Keep It Moving, Twisted Metals, Tomb Raiders, Star Wars, Pro Pinball, Parasite Eve, a whole bunch of sports games. That was a bulk a lot. So was the racing was as well. They were in there. Metal Gear Solid. All right, and then we rolled down into the OG Xbox. So let's start rolling through here. There's Batman, Aquaman, Black, Buffy, both of those. Chronicles of Riddick, Conquer, Crimson Skies, a couple dance games. There's my original Doom. Love my Doom games, I always try to buy them. Some Evil Deads, Final Fight, Grand Theft Autos, Halo, MX games, Mortal Kombat, Metal Gear, Medal Honors, more Maddens, Lord of the Rings again, Hunter, House of the Dead, NASCARs, some more sports, NBA Street 2, Nightcaster 2, Outlaw Volleyball, Wolfenstein, Tony Hawk's, True Crimes, absolute shitload of Tom Clancy. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Stubbs the Zombie, Suffering, Star Wars games, Spy Hunter, Unreal, Winback 2, X-Men's, Game Shark unopened. There's one of those logo sleeves. Like, I have two of them in PlayStation 2 up there. Here's one that's out. Videogamedustsleeves. I'll leave a link in the description. Here is my CDI stuff. Nothing to rant and rave about. Those are all burnt discs. These are just the regular discs I have. And then my 3DO, which I got Doom right in there. Gotta have my Doom. It was the only reason I bought the 3DO. That and Wolfenstein, which is right down there. I also have Gunslinger, but I have not found the gun at a reasonable price whatsoever. So, I'm on that shit. There's just a whole bunch of different magazines. Okay. And here's my NES, which is on one of those old school carts. I got WrestleMania playing. That's for you, Bandana. Figured I'd throw a wrestling game on for you, buddy. And then down here, I got my Atari 2600 and the 5200's in the back there. Here's the wires to hook them up. I don't leave them hooked up. I leave the NES hooked up in here. And I got the Intellivision up top here. With another sealed box of Hyperscan booster packs. Now, Alf is in here, but I'm looking at picking up eventually a copy of Alf for the Master System in the box, and I want to put it right there where he's holding that instead of the Hyperscan, but that is my goal. And then I have my Triforce on the wall here that I made. It's got the import 64 ones. And I got the collector's edition, the gold card one, and hologram. And then over here in the last one, I have the not for resales for each of them. And again, I've had dust sleeves made for them. Thank you, Chris. Always love the way I can display those things. So that is that. There's lights on it, which let me cut to it now and let you guys see what it looks like. Okay, back to the games. So over here, that's the whole NES collection that I have. Do not have stadium events, but I do have the rest of the licensed. Do not have all the third-party ones. I do have a bunch. I think I'm missing like 110 Gen, and up top here is just there's a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. 32X games. I collect them only in box. Now it's picky. I do have a loose one. That's only because Afterburner is sealed. There is my Mega Drive collection that goes to that console. Well, I bought that back in 2004. Is when I bought all that. The Mega Drive. I had a Mega CD. I gave it away for in my drunk years. Not a good time. All right, and here's all the Genesis. Start with that, and then we'll go over to the NES. Now, I had a bunch of loose cards, and I've really over the last, I'd say, year, put a lot of effort into getting cases for pretty much whatever I could. Whenever I could win an auction, or if I could find a bulk lot. So I tried doing that, which for the sports titles it actually wasn't terrible to do. But for some of the other ones, there's the Ooze, Ranger X, Sunset Riders, Streets of Rage, Separation Anxieties over here. Maximum Carnage was up top. Those are both good games. Road Rash, some baseballs. Oh, light went out. There we go. Tasmania, Tailspin, more baseballs. Toe Jam and Earl. Lost Vikings, Vector Man. A lot of good games. I'll tell you what, if you played sports games back in the day, and you walk in here, you'll see pretty much everything you probably had. These are cool. These are the Mortal Kombat control pads. They look like almost Game Gear cartridges that plug in, and it's got cheat codes on them for those characters in the boxes. There's one I'm missing. Was it Smoke? I think it's Smoke. It was like you had to mail in for it or something, and I haven't looked lately, but these are what I have left for loose. So what I've been pretty much doing is I have currently 2 over here that are empty, and I don't ever want to be over that. So if those 2 get filled up and I get another loose one, well, I have to buy one or figure out a way to get one back in box. I got some wrestling, more X-Men, Zero Tolerance, Zombie Ate My Neighbors. And down here is my little Master System collection. I never really collected too hard for it, so I do have that on Retro Game Treasure, so that's something that you do. And I get a fair amount from them, but I do tend to get loose and complete at times, but yeah, not too shabby. It's not a bad little collection for that. I do like it. Okay, and this was, like I said, one of my first sets I've ever finished in one of my older videos. But this, and like I said, it's not 100% because I don't have stadium events, but it is what it is. I'm not going to pay that money. So up top I've got the Power Glove. It's in box. Box has seen better days. It's literally a shelf piece for me anymore. I had it out a little while back. It's not something I want to continue to use. Like, I don't want to be even moving the wires around. I don't trust with just age not being that thing's friend. Right here in the center, some cool ass dudes. Wes and Robert. I got this from their charity stream. Check them out. I'll leave a link in the description for their channel as well. I'll leave a whole bunch of links. I'll have to. Hopefully I don't fuck it up. There's Stack Up in acrylic case and Cowboy Kid. Where's Waldo? I forget where the hell I found this. But I figure who'd be better, but right there you go. Waldo holding that, and that's why I want to get Alf's game for his. And then here's the NES collection. I won't really go in depth on this just because it'd be way too long. Bigfoot, Battletoads, one, an uncommon. Bubble Bobble 2 in there. Casino Kid. Gargoyle's Quest. That's a good one. You can get it cheaper. G.I. Joes. Fester's Quest. DuckTales. A bunch of Donkey Kongs. Conan. Cobra Triangle. There's Contra Force. Gremlins 2. Gogula 13. Gyromite. Logan's Alley. Ice Climber. Immortal. Jaws. Iron Sword. Kung Fu. Last Action Hero. That's just a cleaner. But it's in J Love 81's dust sleeve. And then down here, got Miss Linda, the Gamer Girl. I got 3 of her sleeves. One is like a limited edition. It's for 2000. So hit up Chris if you want to get one of those. I got 2 of them. I got the blue and the purple. There's a couple to pick from. And I have her original sleeve in there as well, which was really cool. Awesome, Linda. Back to the NES games. There's Prince of Persia's a different one. Pirates. Overlord. Paperboy. Panic Restaurants in there. North and South. Nightshade, Ninja Gaidens, Monster Party, Muscles, Punch Out, Mike Tyson's Punch Out, shall I say. Metal Gear, Metal Mech, all the Mega Mans. Okay, down to this one. Robocops, Scat, Rollerball, Rockin' Cats. Shatterhand, Spy Hunter, Spot, Spelunker, Super Mario's, Star Wars, Little Samson. That does not stay out, that's why it's sitting there. It's only out for this. A couple other ones do not, like the Flintstones up top does not. Zombie Nation, World Cup, Willow. Crazy when you look at all the actors on these, from Lethal Weapon and everything. It's nice. The Ultimas, Three Stooges, Tiny Toonses. There's the stadium events I bought. It's like one of those retro ones. It's still sealed. There you go. My collection's complete to me now. As the rest of my box ones. That Wheel of Fortune is sealed. Jeopardy is sealed. Not all complete, but most of them are. Oh, light went out again. Okay. There, that container has just doubles and shit in it. And then there's the NES Advantage. There's the third parties. And then there's some more dust sleeves. There's a Barbie one that Chris made. Ha ha ha, funny. Bones Z06. Then I got Megadan, Captain Algebras, TBellies, Retro April, Mikey. That's the Atari Creeps one. His is also a charity. There's mine. There's a Gaming Off the Grid one. Really cool, man. There's definitely a lot more I need. It's a great community. There's more I gotta put on my list, like you Dizzy. Gotta get them all picked up, but those are the ones I do currently have. Okay, on to the last side of the room here, which is the Sega disc-based stuff and the last of the Nintendo brand stuff. Let's just go over to the little Tinker Toy card over here. Okay, so over here we have what I do have for Atari 2600. I do not have a lot. Don't actively collect for that much. Those were actually the last thing I added. Found them, buy two get one free. These are the two games I own for that Tap Wave Zodiac. Doom 2, Duke Nukem. Down here, that's my Atari Jaguar stuff. This is the Neo Geo CD game I own. Thank you, Dan Cavdrag, for helping me acquire that. That was really cool, and that was a cool dust sleeve that Videogamedustsleeves made for me. And then there's my 2500, or no, yeah, 2500, 5200. Wow, show your dyslexia. My Intellivision. So that's really all I own of those little oddball ones. It's not much. And then straight up on the top is my Sega Saturn stuff, which I don't really collect a lot for. That isn't the last one. That is one of my more recent though, the Dungeons and Dragons. But the latest one I picked up, there's some better titles loose, which I picked up a bulk lot years ago with loose titles, and it has a lot of the more expensive ones that I don't have to worry about really hunting down. But the Lost World I got from Retro Mikey. So, thank you, Mikey. Yep, that is Sega Saturn. And that flows into the Sega CD. This is another thing I get from Retro Game Treasure. I have gotten loose ones, and then I've either looked for empty cases, and then just kind of went from there. If I had to, sometimes I've actually just rebought the game if I wanted it complete. So that's pretty cool. Sherlock Holmes, Terminator, Sonic CD. A lot of weird ones in here. There's the backup RAM cart. So not too shabby. Not too shabby. Honestly, I never really thought I'd have that many Sega CD games. I didn't really plan on it. Just, it kind of happened. And here's the rest of the 32X collection I have. Chris made me some really cool 3D pop-out ones. You see the Night Trap, you see the Sega CD underneath. It's really cool. And all of them are like that. Corpse Killer, Fahrenheit. Then right below all of that is my Dreamcast collection, which it's small, but I'm fine with that. There's some loose ones in there. Like I have Marvel vs. Capcom 2 loose. The Seaman, Tony Hawk's, Tomb Raiders. There's the damn light again. Sorry, you have no idea how many times I've recorded this kind of crap. Like, I'm so over it. I'm hot. The light wasn't working. Cameras weren't working right. Nothing was going right. This is the best I got, folks. Okay, next up is my Nintendo GameCube sign. So I figured you have to have the fucking games underneath it. So, sorry, this video is not for children. I never put it is for kids, so... Tough shenanigans. Okay, let's start right there. I got a bunch of these from Retro Mikey as well. I believe the Batman one was. Got some Cabela's. Egg One, Fire Emblem. Incredibles. Zeldas. Maddens. Of Honors, Prince of Persia's, might help me get all of those. Spartan Total Warrior, that's a cool game. Super Mario Strikers. Those are all the loose ones I have. I've been currently working on getting loose games out of my collection and getting them all replaced. Okay, so now that is the whole upper shelving area. Wow. That's my entire dust sleeve set that Chris had made for me for the N64. I absolutely hated the way the 64 looked. So he had dust sleeves that he made, and he said, "Use these." That's what I used, and check them out. I'll tell you what, I really like it. It's nothing better. Dude, his end labels suck. I don't care what the hell you use. You could use turpentine. They look like shit. But Chris makes these. And anything you see that's in the Clay Fighter, that game I don't have. So far, any game, if you see that pushed in, which that is the first one, I'm only 3 from the full set. Clay Fighter is one of them. They're in this down here pushed in. So there was Clay Fighter, I think it's Worms Armageddon, and then it's like Super Bowling. But yeah, look at that. It's by far the best way possible, I think, you could honestly showcase and display. Like, I think that looks so cool. And you can display them like face out too, but I like doing that, and then I can just flip them down and out. And they're just mini box arts. There's the Pokemon ones. Like I said, it's everything except for the like top 3 expensive ones. I don't have those. And like I said, prices right now are absolutely ridiculous. Those are really cool. Those are shark bites. Those are same deal. It's like a memory card that lets you cheat. Here's the boxed games. That Clay Fighter is sealed. There's a Dex Drive. There's the limited run Doom cart. And Videogamedustsleeves 3D popped. That's his personal sleeve. Right there. That's the man to look for. There's the cards that came with the Doom. There's a Game Shark, a couple VHSs. And there is the last of the sleeves. See, there it is, Super Bowling. So yeah, that is the whole dust sleeve set. I think that's great. Sorry the lighting ain't the best in the world, but like I said, it is what it is. It's brighter in the room at the moment if you were standing here. So yeah, there it is. Now let's move into Super Nintendo. Cliffhanger, Dennis the Menace, there's the Donkey Kongs, you got your Doom, Family Feud, all your Final Fights 1, 2, and 3, Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park, Lawnmower Man, it's a different game, Lagoon, just Mega Man X. I don't have the other ones, unfortunately. Some Mortal Kombats, some sports games, hockeys, Out of This World, Separation Anxiety again, the Super Nintendo instead. There's Sunset Riders for the Super Nintendo, which is a superior port by far than the Genesis one. Okay, here's the rest. Super Double Dragon, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario RPG, Star Wars, I believe I have all of them. Little Turtles game. Ultimate Mortal Kombat. Wolfenstein. Those are the import games I own. One's Godzilla. It's some kind of like a Godzilla game. That's the Super Scope. World Heroes. There it is. Godzilla and Sonic Last Man 2. There's another beautiful dust sleeve and a cool ass one with my logo on it to stop the dust from going down on the inside. There is my Final Fight guy. I bought that from Blockbuster when it was for sale. There's Clock Tower. There's my boxed games. Final Fight 3's manual's laying underneath there, but there's a Street Fighter game. Here is some of like my handhelds for that. I don't have much for the Switch. This has a bunch of like, I believe, loose games in there. Yeah. Same. That's got original Game Boy games, Game Boy Color games, advanced games. So yeah, that's what's in there. Oh. Okay, put that back. And that's, like I said, that's all I have for the Switch. I don't have a lot. I don't really play it all that much. Most I put into it was on Zelda. And last of all is the Wii U collection. I have some sealed games in there, but there it is. Well, folks, that is officially it. That is my entire game room. This is my entire collection. This is where I'm at currently. Thanks for coming along on the tour. Sorry it took so many years, but tell you what, it was probably better because that meant I got more in here. But thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.